Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm going to do another try a chapter. This is number 2 of this year, so I'm going to try to number these and make them different every time. I'm going to still focus on my urban fantasy and paranormal romances in the future, but because of March Mystery Madness, I have decided to do one of that. So I'm going to do the 4 books. The 4 books that I want to are my higher priority of the ones that I want to try for March Mystery Madness. So they're the ones on my TBR. So the first one is The Broken Girls by Simone St. James. Again, 5-star prediction. I'd really like to get to that with dual timelines and maybe more gothic. Full Dark House by Christopher Fowler is the first book in the Peculiar Crimes unit. So I'm not quite sure how that's gonna go. The Beekeepers Apprentice by Laurie R. King, which is the Mary Russell and Sherlock Holmes, so mystery, so it's the first book in that one. And The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton, which again is supposed to be kind of like Groundhog Day and with mysteries and some party where somebody dies every day and the main character changes bodies. I'm not sure. Anyway, so I'm going to do a try chapter on those and see which one's going to be which ones I will read this month or when I'm interested in or which ones I might get rid of. I don't know. I'm trying to weed out some of my stuff, so let's just go with this. So we'll see what's going to happen. I'm going to first start with The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. Okay, so I read the first 15 pages, so that was 2 chapters of The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. So, yes, I'm going to read this book. So interesting, it drops you right in. You have no idea what's going on. Neither does the character. He has no clue who he is, but he thinks he sees a murder in the forest, and then somehow he gets out, and that's kind of about all I'm going to say. So anyway, as I said, I knew some stuff going into this, so I'm kind of really interested on how this consciousness got dropped into this plot. We'll see what happens. Definitely, I'm gonna get to that this month. Anyway, so then I'm gonna try The Beekeeper's Apprentice. This one is a lot longer. There's like a prologue, and I think the first chapter is 26 pages. So this is gonna take me a little longer. I might not read the whole 26. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. But this is the one I'm the most anxious to try to see if I can just get rid of it and not read this series. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I did try it before, and so this is a reread. I read the first couple chapters years ago and then never continued. So anyway, we will try this again. This is Victorian. I'm guessing London. I don't know where they're at. Oh, no, it's 1915. Oh, so it's later in the Sherlock Holmes series. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll find out. Yeah. Okay. So I did read chapter 1. The whole chapter was 26 pages, plus 8 pages of extra bonus early stuff. Like the writer had a note, and then Mary Russell, who is the main character, had a note. Anyway, so I read what was that? That'd be 34 pages of this. So this is probably the most I'm going to read of all of them. But admittedly, yes, Cooper now has to come because I'm talking. Cooper. Yeah, anyway. I actually like this a lot better than I thought I would. At first I was kind of like, I don't know about this. But I think I will probably try to read more of this later. I don't think it's going to be one of my top priorities this month, but I did enjoy it, and I did want to see where it goes. I guess it's more of a classic mystery, but I mean, of the ones I picked, some of them are kind of bizarre. This is much more of a classic. It'll be a Holmes, so maybe it won't be, but it's starting out that way. Anyway, it was enjoyable enough, so I'm not going to get rid of that. I'm going to at least try it a little bit farther. So now I'm going to try the first chapter of Full Dark House. I can't remember how long the chapter is. Not super long, I don't think. Is this 19 pages? No, this one's, these are the really short chapter ones. So I think I was going to read, I think like 3 of them. Well, 3 is 16 pages. Yeah, I'm going to do at least the first three chapters. So we'll see. And again, this one is about, there's present day London with a bomb. And then I think then it talks about also World War II and the Blitz or something. So, and again, it's Peculiar Crimes Unit. I don't know. So this is more fantastical, I'm guessing. Hopefully. We'll see. I hear good things about the series, and again, this is the first book. And aren't you cute? I can't get it where you can see his face, but he's really cute. Hey guys, so yeah, Cooper's here. Anyway, so I read the first 16 pages of this, and so I like this one as well too. This was different because again, I read the first 3 chapters, which came out to 16 pages, and it starts out with the bombing of the Peculiar Crimes Unit building. It was a house, I think it was an Edwardian house, and so one of the detectives in the unit is thought to be in the building. So then again, there was some aftermath on that, and we kind of get to know that he is one of the older detectives, and was partnered with another one, and the one who's left is trying to figure out what happened, of course, but also mostly he gets a memoir from that the first guy, Bryant, had been writing, but it's written in kind of a funny way, and it's talking about their oldest cases. So it talks about their first case when they met back in 1940. So that's pretty cool. I mean, yeah, that's kitty. Anyway. So anyway, it starts out really good. So I only read the first 2 chapters were in the present kind of timeline, and then I think it's going to go back, and then we're going to get that mystery. Yeah, my cat, he loves me. Anyway, so so another good one. So again, I'm going to put it on the list of one I'll try to get to. Not sure if I'll get to it this month, but at least I know I like at the beginning. So I'm going to do the last one, if Cooper will let me, and that is The Broken Girls by Simone St. James. This again is another dual timeline one. I mean, this is much more classic dual timeline than this one. I'm not sure how this one's going to go. That's interesting. But I'm going to check this one out again. This is about Vermont. First timeline is 1950. The second one is 2014. So one is where a home, a place where girls go that are troublemakers, or, or too smart for their own good. And then the second one is, I believe it's a journalist is trying to figure out what happened to her sister who died on the property, I think in 2014, it's in 2014, so I think it happened a few years before that. And she's not quite sure her sister's boyfriend, who was charged and convicted, actually did it. Yeah. So I'm not sure how they relate or whatever. So anyway, I'm going to try this one next. And Cooper is kneading. I guess you can't see. It's hard to tell from here, and Truman is in the cat tree. He's not on it. He's in the little circle thing. So they're both here. Anyway, so let me do the last one, and then we'll recap of which ones I will read this month.
You being a good boy.
Okay, guys, so I did, sorry, as the cat gets up again, as soon as I talk. I did read 23 pages of The Broken Girls. That was the prologue and the first 2 chapters. So it would show, the prologue, which wasn't very long, and then it was one from each timeline. This is good. This sounds good. This is like the kind of gothic dual timelines I really like, where there's something mysterious, and so we have the 1950s, which is there's the reform or the school for the for the troublemakers and stuff, and so we hear in this chapter we heard Katie, who talks about Mary Hand, which, cat, you are just annoying. Yes, I love you. Anyway, sorry, this is a lot of Cooper love in here. Sorry, let's go back to the story. Yeah, okay. So Katie is one of the girls in 1950 who's at the school, been there a couple of years, and again, there's a ghost or something called Mary Hand, which they think is a ghost, and so the girls are talking about that in their room late at night about their experiences or what they've heard about her. And then there's a chapter from Fiona, who is the daughter, or there's the younger sister of a woman who was murdered or left. Her body was left on the site in the 1994. So it's 20 years later, and she's still questioning if her sister's boyfriend really was the killer. For some reason, she has doubts because she's a journalist. So she has, even though all the evidence shows that he did it. So anyway, we just get her, and then she goes out. She's out there on the road close to where the site was, or where this old school, reform school was, or whatever. And she sees a sign that says that they're going to restore it, and she's pretty upset about the fact that they're going to reopen a school on the same grounds where her sister died. So we have those two. That's all we got. So far, so good. I mean, as I said, this is definitely one I want to pick up. I was definitely intrigued. I like the ghosty aspects of the prologue. That was pretty good. And then the two timelines so far. I'm interested to see how this is going to go. So let's just then talk about the four. Let's say so I'm going to go from the least to one I'm definitely going to pick up. So I think the least I'll pick up is probably the Beekeepers Apprentice by Laurie R. King. I do want to read about Mary Russell and Sherlock Holmes, but it's not calling to me the most, but it's definitely one I will try again, or, maybe at the end of the month if I have time. We'll see. I have a lot of mammoths as well. Then the third is Full Dark House by Christopher Fowler. So again, this is the start of a series. So again, both of these were start of the series. So they're pretty lower on my list just because of that. And this one is interesting. It's just, it's a historical. Both of these a lot of these had historical elements. How interesting. I did not quite realize I did that. I'll have that. Anyway, but I'm not sure. This one I will get to, I think. I'm just not sure if it'll be this month, but it's definitely one I do find it intriguing. Number 2 is The Broken Girls. I think it's definitely in the gothic mystery ghosty kind of thing that I kind of like, so I'm definitely going to pick that one up, I'm pretty sure. But I think the first one I'll pick up is The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. That one called to me the most of all of them. I think it was because we were dropped in it so quickly and going, we don't know what's going on, we don't know what the main character doesn't know what's going on. He really has no memory of what's happening. So I was mostly intrigued by this one. So of course I picked the biggest book. I'm pretty sure, because it's 500 pages. Oh well, I'm probably gonna pick this one up. We'll see, but I think that's gonna be it. So anyway, so that was my try chapter. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and hope you guys have some good books for March Mystery Madness. As I said, I'm ready to join in, and it's gonna be some of these books. So I will talk to you guys later.